what's up, guys? Sin here, and today I'm with my friend Oscar, and we're going to be talking about his experience with day game and meeting women during the daytime. So, Oscar, if you want to tell people a little bit, kind of before you took the day game program with me, what was your life like when it came to meeting girls during the daytime?
Honestly, I was having a lot of problem just even talking to women. I was one of those guys who you would see, and he wasn't able to go up to a woman and just start talking and just start hold a conversation. He wasn't able to do that. But after the program, it really changed everything for me. Like I didn't have any problem going up to women. My confidence was just on a different level. It was something. It changed my life. I can honestly say it changed my life.
That's a big thing, right? Because a lot of guys out there, the biggest obstacle that guys have is they have social anxiety. They're worried about, walking up to a girl, whether or not they're going to get rejected, whether or not she's going to like them. They're kind of too nervous to talk to girls, and a lot of it comes from confidence. And a lot of the stuff we teach during daytime is that it is easy to meet girls during the day, and that you do have to just have the confidence to walk up to them. So you took the day game program a couple years ago. Tell me a little bit about your experience at the one-day seminar. Like, were you shocked? Were you interested in the material? What was it like for the first time you went through it?
My honest opinion was I was going there not expecting it to do anything, and I was going in there like this isn't going to do anything. But honestly, it changed everything. It opened my eyes to all sorts of new concepts I had never even thought about, and it completely revamped my life. I can say it changed everything from my confidence level to the way I just talk to people now. Even guys, guys and girls alike. It changed everything.
Yeah, one of the big things we harp on in the day game course is the idea that you have to become a more social person in order to become successful with girls. So I think that's definitely something that I've seen change with you, is you seem so much more social, so much more outgoing, so much more confident since taking the program. And I think that's really kind of a statement both on the work you've done and on kind of the power of the material. Take us through a little bit of kind of your results before you had taken the program, how you were doing with girls in terms of getting dates, having sex, that and the other, and then what happened afterwards, because I think that's really interesting.
Well, before I was really embarrassed actually. I had only slept with 2 women, and both of them had been really drunken. And after I took the course, I wasn't expecting it, but things just started to flow. And all of a sudden, I was sleeping with 2 to 3 girls a month.
That was something I wanted to harp about, because you said before you you took the day game program, all of your hookups had been like drunken night things, and you had mentioned to me that you didn't really like bars and clubs, and that you felt like you kind of met worse quality people, which I totally agree with. Can you kind of explain why you wanted to learn to meet girls during the day as opposed to at bars and clubs?
Absolutely. I was in the club, every once in a while, and every time I'd go in there, I'd try to meet somebody, and the music would be so loud, it'd just be thumping, I couldn't hear myself think, not even hold a conversation with a girl.
Absolutely.
And not helping the fact that I wasn't social,
Right.
So altogether, it would never work,
Yeah. And there's so many distractions, there's other guys, it's loud, their attention's being pulled in a million different directions. Plus, I personally think that you're just going to meet better quality girls during the day, because a really hot med student, is not going to be at the club at 4 in the morning on a Wednesday. A really hot lawyer is not going to be at the club on a Tuesday night. So I think that there's a huge range to why learning day game is a really effective thing for guys. Real quick, I want to talk, you told me a funny story about a friend of yours seeing you successfully pick up a girl during the day. I want to just wrap up this kind of video by telling guys about that a little bit.
Well, my friend Rick, I really looked up to him, and I saw him get with a lot of girls back in the day. And, I was always asking him for advice and being like, dude, you need to teach me how to do it. And I was hanging out with Rick recently, and he saw me, and I pulled a girl's number, just no big thing, and he his jaw dropped, and he was in complete awe. He didn't have no idea what came over him. He was like, wait, Oscar, are you serious? And he was asking me for advice. After the end, he really wanted to know how to do it. So I told him to check out the seminar.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're working it together now.
Yeah, now you have someone else to go out with, and now there's there's someone else that you can work with who can help you with things. So, real briefly wrapping up, like, what would you say to someone who is out there thinking about possibly getting the day game course or exposing this to their material? Like, if you could talk to yourself before you kind of went through all this stuff, what would you say?
Take the course. There's absolutely zero reason not to take this course. This course changed my life. Completely changed my life. It made me actually get girls, like, without a problem during the day. It's amazing.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for that, man. Everyone else, if you want to find out how you can get the day game course, go to www.getdaygame.com, and you guys will be hearing a little bit from me in the next few days with some more really cool stuff. Thanks for coming on, Oscar, and we'll talk to all of you guys soon.